Zayn Malik's biggest revelations in first interview after 6 years. After hiding the origin of his first interview in over 6 years, Zayn Malik has now come clean. After his departure from One Direction in 2015, Malik made an effort to keep a low profile by removing himself from the public glare. However, after 6 years, he finally made a cameo appearance in the most recent episode of the podcast titled Call Me Daddy. During the course of the conversation, Harry admitted that being a member of One Direction made him feel like he was under constant scrutiny. As a consequence of this, he had the desire to expose himself in a public setting once more. I believe that we were exposed to too much in the band. That's why I took the time I needed to not even necessarily do interviews. Zayn added, I just wanted to focus on making music. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel's another video. In today's video, we are going to discuss Zayn Malik's biggest revelations in first interview after 6 years. Stay tuned to find out. So let's start our video. Malik also explained the reasoning behind his decision to become a public figure, as well as the person who served as the driving force behind the decision. The metamorphosis was something the British musician credited to his daughter Kai, he said. According to E, he explained that the decision to make a rare appearance in the most recent podcast was motivated by his desire to demonstrate to her the importance of setting a good example for others. Since the birth of my daughter, the most important thing that has been on my mind is how I can set a good example for her. That is the primary motivation behind my participation in this interview. When I was younger, the thought of having a conversation like this made me quite anxious, and what I really want is for her to look at me and say, my dad's doing this. I'm super full-on and hands-on with my child every chance I get, Gigi Hadid's ex-partner continued. I'd take it if I could get 60%. Malik and supermodel Gigi Hadid have a daughter named Kai. The couple has since divorced, but they continue to co-parent their child with full responsibility. Zayn Malik's first solo song in 2 years, Love Like This, was released recently. Despite their disputes, his ex-wife, Gigi Hadid, expressed her undying support for her daughter's father's new venture. Zayn Malik has kept his personal life fairly discreet since leaving One Direction 8 years ago. To safeguard his mental health, he decided to walk away from the spotlight, avoiding interviews. But now that the artist is preparing to release new songs, notably his track, Love Like This, he is ready to jump back into the game. The new single will be available on July 21st. If you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now let's continue. Malik made the announcement that he would be participating in his first interview in the past 6 years by making an appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast hosted by Alex Cooper. In a preview clip for the podcast that was shared on Instagram, Zayn discussed the reasons for his decision to get back into the public eye. I feel like we were so overexposed in the band. That's why I took the time that I had to not even necessarily do interviews, he explained. I feel like we were so overexposed in the media. Malik also recounts his experience as a first-time father, having become a parent for the first time in 2020 with the birth of his daughter with Gigi Hadid. The musician continued by saying that he has his daughter to thank for giving him the courage to make his comeback in the public eye. Since the birth of my daughter, the primary focus of my attention has been on doing my best to set a positive example for her, he added. That's the primary reason I'm participating in this interview, I said. It used to make me anxious to have this discussion, and now all I want is for her to look at me and say, yo, my dad's doing this. From 2011 until 2015, One Direction was one of the most popular boy bands. After winning third on the X Factor in 2010 and signing with Simon Cowell's label, they were an instant smash. The band, which included Malik, Liam Payne, Niall Horan, Harry Styles, and Louis Tomlinson, became an instant success, publishing 5 albums. The group has sold more than 70 million records globally as of 2020, making them one of the best-selling boy bands of all time. During their active years, they also went on 4 global tours, filmed a documentary, released 2 concert DVDs, and had 4 Billboard 200 #1 records. Malik startled many fans when he announced his departure from the band before the release of their 5th studio album. I'm leaving because I want to be a normal 22-year-old who can relax and have some private time away from the spotlight. According to the latest interview, Malik opted to leave the popular group in order to break free from prejudices. That's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section how was today's video. I hope that you find this video interesting. You can subscribe and watch more videos on our channel to keep up with more content. See you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.